I don't like to watch because it's so painful and I panic.
I really can't count the drugs I've taken throughout my life, because in Nigeria we also have this herbal concoction they do. I've taken all that.
Gaining admission into the university to study theatre arts was a moment of great joy for Michael and his loved ones, although things went west and his ambitions fell off the rail.
After a few weeks I entered school, I started having regular crises, like frequent crises. Every week I was in and out of the university health center, and then I really don't know what to do. At some point the school actually called my family, like, come and pick me up. Then I was taken to an hospital in my hometown, like that's an hospital I use since childhood. That's where my parents actually take me every single time, and I spent like 4 weeks or so at that hospital, and I was given different type of drugs and all. It was really an hard experience because the pain I experienced was like much more. I've never experienced that in my life. At that point it was something I have not experienced before, and it was kind of hard to handle. Yeah.
Honestly, they say I'm not trying to get anything wrong, yeah. They say the women's period are always like painful, but I think it's much more than that because it's something that you can't describe. At least they know where the pain is coming from. It's something they can't describe, because, and I can tell you this because my dad was one. Do you understand? So like the pain is not something that it's coming from his head or his legs or somewhere. It's all over his body. So that's what I feel. Not to not talk of him that goes through that pain. So
once, I think like last 2 months, like very late at night, I think like 3 in the morning, he called me. I was like, oh, can I please come upstairs? So I just went to him. I think he was sweating, like I said he needed fan. I think he was very cold. So he needed like a fan.
So basically, I had a sister, Winner. She was battling sickle cell disease, and at some point, I realized we're coming back from church, and then I saw my mom on the ground. Everyone, all the pastors, a lot, and I was like shocked. My uncle carried me. At that point, I knew something had happened. But then I was still little. I don't really know much, but I knew my sister died. She died battling sickle cell. She died in pains. And that experience I really don't want to like go through that.
up with a dad that is also a sickle cell, I would cry sometimes, because this is someone I saw a few minutes back that was perfectly alright, and in the space of 2 minutes it's just switched up. So, and Michael also, I've been there times without number. We get to play FIFA together or get to play games together, and like in the space of 2 minutes he's not feeling alright. So like I know I really can't put myself in his shoes, but I know he's definitely going through pains.
They say growing up means realizing a lot of your friends aren't really your friends. Michael has come a long way on his journey, and he realized that it becomes less important to have a lot of friends and more important to have real ones.
After leaving school, because of my health and all, and I was like suspended until I am fit to come back. I kind of left school for like 2 months, 3 months. I missed a whole semester, and I was at home. and the options my brother and sisters were giving me is probably to rewrite JAMB, and I was like, I should write JAMB. But then I was like, nah, I can't rewrite JAMB. I know I can't wait another year at home. I suggested to them that I want to travel out of the country. At first, they did not agree. I know they refused, especially my sister. She doesn't want to hear anything about traveling. I know. But later, after some months, like 3 months, they later agreed, and I was like, wow. They agreed. I was really, really happy. And I was like, wow, I'm all right in JAMB. I know I'm like traveling. Then the next thing, we posted the traveling. I know, and I arrived at North Cyprus. I gained admission to nearest university, studying filmmaking and broadcasting. And so far, I've had like I think 1 or 2 crises over here, but I've not really gone to the hospital and I like gotten admitted or something. I've only gone to the hospital like once, and that was like for checkup. I just finished my 1st semester, and I think I had a very good semester. I'm waiting for next semester to resume and see how it goes. But so far I'm happy to be here. I am trying to avoid having crisis. I've not had any crisis for like, I've been here for like 4 months or so. I've not had crisis for the past 3 months, and I think that's a good sign. I keep taking my drugs every day. I just have to accept it. This is who I am. It's something I want to let other sickle cell patients to realize, and this is why I'm creating this. Sickle cell, nobody wants this disease, but then you have no choice. You have it already. The best thing you can just do is try and maintain it and just accept who you are. I personally have accepted who I am. That I'm sickle cell, and this is why I'm actually creating this documentary to make other sickle cell patients also realize you can also come out like this to make awareness, let people around the world know about this disease, let people around you, enlighten them about this disease and tell them how it can't affect or how it can't be transferred. Tell them the main reason you got this. It's because being sickle cell, it's not my fault. It was like from my parents. It's not like I did it by myself. It's not my fault. It's not any of the sickle cell patients' fault. They got it without their knowledge, or their parents did not know and all. So you can't blame yourself for being sickle cell. I know it's hard, you remembering, you're sickle cell. Everybody knows that you are falling sick and all. But the fact is, you can't change who you are.
Basically, just keep doing you, and always remember, like, you can be anything you want to do, regardless of your health issues or anything. No one is going to stop you from doing what you want to do, regardless of anything. So that just keep going. You're always going to be there. You get there one day. So that's just basically, and that's the advice I tell myself. So that's the same advice I'll give anybody, any other person that you ask.
As at now, I don't think there's any cure for sickle cell, but I've heard of one. That's the bone marrow transplant, and I think that's like the hardest thing you want to go through. I won't lie. I've always heard of the bone marrow transplant. It's a 50-50 chance. You either die or live if you go for the surgery. But yeah, it's actually what is short, because I hope on going for it one day. But I just feel me accepting who I am is a positive step, because I've never, like, for once come public to tell you guys I am sickle cell. I'm proud to be who I am, and this is just the beginning of what I'm about to do. This documentary is to make awareness about sickle cell anemia and to enlighten people about this disease, and to make sure my fellow sickle cell patients be brave and have courage about this disease and be able to, like, tell others, come out, be yourself, and just make an impact to the world.
Michael had his 20th birthday party celebrated on the 5th of June. Everyone showed up to have a good time and celebrate with him.
I get it, 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 I get it. I got love from the street now, I got love for Ikeja. Back then to you and leg back, I got guys for it better. I got my team around me, I did rep my city. I know that ABK is my city. I'm in Liverpool, final with Man City. Oh, they wanna share my glory, oh. They wanna write my story, oh. Slow one for me, slow one for me. Baby girl, please come slow one for me, slow one for me, slow one for me. Boss it, break it down for me. Bend low, young G in the benzo, benzo. Baby come on, bend low, young G in the benzo, benzo. Baby come on, bend low, young G in the benzo, benzo. Baby come on, bend low.
Hi guys, sickle cell is a complex and often misunderstood condition, and creating a documentary video to raise awareness and understanding of it is a valuable and important reason. Your dedication and commitment to this project are truly inspiring, and I encourage you to keep pushing forward by shedding light on the experiences of people living with sickle cell. You are helping to break down barriers and promote greater empathy and understanding. The documentary has the potential to make a real difference in the lives of those affected by this condition, and I applaud your efforts to make this happen.
Anybody that is trying to be Michael's friend or wants to be Michael's friend, you know that it's worth your time, it's worth the chase.
And he loves being doing anything he wants to do in a cool way. Like, he like just being, he does it in a special way. Like, he follows his mind, and we've been together for, like, let's say it's going to a year now, going to be a year by March, and he's just an amazing person, man. He's just an amazing person. Like, I love being around him, like, to learn from him, and love his fashion dressing and his fashion sense. Like,
Michael, I know that your life will be a very, very interesting one. Why? Because you will experience a lot of things that people haven't experienced.
I became so sick. I had to go to the hospital, because when I got to the hospital, I could feel that. I could feel the tension, because it was not okay. But God did it.
This is an encouragement to all sickle cell out there, that you're loved, you're cherished. I love you so much. Just make yourself happy, use your medications, do things that are pleasing unto God and are pleasing unto you.
Remember that even small steps forward can have a big impact, and the video has the power to inspire others to take action and make a positive change in the world. So keep going, stay focused on your goals, and know that your hard work and dedication will make a real difference.
Is my city. I'm in Liverpool, final with Man City. Oh, They wanna share my glory, oh. They wanna write my story, oh. Slow one for me, slow one for me. Baby girl, please come slow one for me, slow one for me, slow one for me. Boss it, break it down.